Welcome to your Tech News Today, a podcast about keeping you informed and empowered and giving you the latest tech stories that impact your daily life. It's Thursday, January 24th. I'm Mike James. Coming up in a bit, how one family's peace of mind was shattered by their own security camera. Plus, thanks to simple passwords or none at all, some police license plate readers are easy to see on the internet, and reports of a drone grounded flights at a major U.S. airport this week. We'll get started in just a moment. First, we'd like to recognize our partners who help make these podcasts possible. We start with home security and how hackers can try to use what's supposed to give you peace of mind against you. So just imagine you're in your kitchen making dinner when suddenly you hear a loud squawking alert in your home warning that North Korea has just launched ballistic missiles in an attack on the United States. But there's no emergency alert on your TV or iPhone. Where was this voice coming from? The audio warning sounded legitimate, like an actual emergency broadcast alert, and detailed that the U.S. had retaliated against North Korea's launch and that you only have 3 hours to evacuate before the missiles destroy everything and everyone. The message was even specific enough to say missiles were headed to Los Angeles, where this family was located, also to Chicago and somewhere in Ohio. Listen to how Laura Lyons described the incident to Mercury News.
All right, we need to get in the car. We need to grab the dog. I wish we had more cash. Which direction do we drive? Right down the rabbit hole. Yeah, terrifying.
So the family called 911, but dispatchers knew nothing about the attack. But over on their bookshelf sat the culprit. It was a Nest camera. What happened was a hacker had accessed the camera and speakers, and this is not the first time that Nest cameras have been hacked as a way to scare people. December was particularly busy. Someone hacked into a camera in the bedroom of a Houston couple saying that he was going to kidnap their baby, who was asleep in the next room. In Arizona, someone claiming to be in Canada started talking to a man through his living room Nest camera, giving a creepy PSA about his passwords and how they should be more secure. So, another reminder, lock down your cameras, your routers, and networks with a unique, hard-to-hack password, and you can find all sorts of useful tips over at Commando.com. It's actually not that hard and doesn't take that much time to stop these kind of hacks. Hey, if you have an iPhone, an iPad, or a HomePod, it's time to update to the latest version of iOS to fix a bug that could allow hackers to take over your FaceTime calls. So earlier this week, Apple announced the iOS version 12.1.3. It addresses bug fixes for features like messaging, CarPlay, and FaceTime. According to Apple's website, a remote attacker may be able to initiate a FaceTime call using arbitrary code execution. This could affect the iPhone 5S and later models. Another bug involving your iPhone's Bluetooth connection could have allowed attackers to execute malicious code. That's also been addressed with this latest update. So to learn more about the update and other bug fixes and how to put it on your phone, we have a full report for you at Commando.com. Just ahead, invisibility cloaks and wormholes are the stuff of science fiction, but the government spent a lot of money, as a matter of fact, millions, researching it. Right now, let me tell you about our partners at Stitch Fix. My life can get pretty hectic. Between work and family, I don't always have time to shop for myself, and that's why we're excited about Stitch Fix. Stitch Fix is an online personal styling service that finds and delivers clothes, shoes, and accessories to fit your body, budget, and lifestyle. Just go to stitchfix.com/Kim and tell them your sizes, what styles you like, and how much you want to spend on each item. You'll be paired with your very own personal stylist who will hand-pick items to send right to your door. You try them on, pay only for what you love, and return the rest. Shipping, exchanges, and returns are always free, and there's no subscription required. Stitch Fix's styling fee is only $20, which is applied toward anything you keep from your shipment. It was really easy to get it set up, and I can't wait to get my first box. Get started right now at stitchfix.com/Kim, and you'll get an extra 25% off when you keep all the items in your box. That's stitchfix.com/Kim. Well, if you're a fan of sci-fi, and who isn't, then you know there's no end to the creative gadgets used in the stories. Some tech is loosely based on what's real, while a lot of it is really way out there. But apparently that didn't stop the U.S. government from spending millions of dollars researching a lot of what's based in science fiction. At least that's according to papers that were recently declassified as part of a Freedom of Information request. Sometimes fiction becomes real. For instance, the first cell phone was inspired by the iconic communicator from Star Trek. We love us some Star Trek. I love that James T. Kirk. Also, they were looking into wormholes to travel to other parts of space. Apparently that didn't work out. But the Defense Intelligence Agency did research it. They also took a look at bringing an invisibility cloak to reality, along with mind-controlled spaceships and laser weapons. Yes, it's true. Although that's been researched by scientists around the world, the laser weapons, for years. But why didn't teleporters make the list? All right, back to reality. What's definitely real are license plate readers, and they're used by various police departments around the country. They're known as automatic license plate recognition, or ALPR. They're designed to track plates and people. They collect information beyond what's on your license plate, like where you live and the places you go. So, of course, many people and organizations like the ACLU consider these kinds of readers a form of mass surveillance and an invasion of privacy. But there's another problem that's not really being addressed, according to a report by TechCrunch, and that's that these cameras can expose your information because they're connected to the internet. And many have weak security, so weak, in fact, that they still use the default password that came with the ALPRs listed in their support guides. But even with warnings, it's been going on for years, and many are still accessible. So even if you take every precaution to protect your security and your data, sometimes it's out of your control. And that's especially true involving anything connected to the internet. Hey, I think the message in this next report has been made pretty clear over the past couple of years. If you have a drone, do not fly it where you're not supposed to, and that includes anywhere near an airport. On Tuesday, all flights were grounded at Newark Liberty International Airport in New Jersey because two pilots from two different airlines reported seeing a drone flying over another airport only a couple of miles away. CBS New York even obtained air traffic control audio that said a drone came within 30 feet of a flight. An investigation is underway, but the sightings were never officially confirmed. And the government isn't messing around. Last year, Congress gave Homeland Security and the Justice Department new powers to disable or even destroy drones like this that are threatening airspace. Over the past month, 2 airports in the UK briefly closed because of drones also. Coming up in just a bit, are you tired of cleaning your bathroom? Well, there's not an app for that, but there's a robot for that. Right now, a quick thank you to our friends who help make these podcasts possible. Well, so far this year, talk around smartphones has mostly revolved around foldable phones, and yes, they are on the way. But there's another smartphone that just launched, and it does not fold, yet it is still raising eyebrows. Honor is a brand owned by Huawei, and they just launched a new phone with a, get this, 48-megapixel rear camera. So let's put that into perspective for a second. The latest models from Apple and Samsung have high-end cameras too. Well, they call them high-end, but those top out at 12 megapixels. As I say, the new Huawei, or the Honor brand by Huawei, has a 48-megapixel camera. I believe they have some other phones that are 40 megapixel as well. The other interesting detail about the Huawei phones is the hole-punch style camera on the front-facing screen, which means just a small hole for the camera, not a notch that bugs a lot of folks, which is already the current standard look on a lot of current popular phones. And that camera has a 25-megapixel image sensor, by the way. So will the Honor View 20 make a big impact? Well, the fact that it's got the high-end specs of the well-known brands should help. But what really stands out is that it costs about half the price. These phones will sell for about $650. So if you're a camera buff, this is a phone you might want to look into. However, don't forget that this Huawei company was the one that was banned last year by the U.S. government because they believe that Huawei has ties to the Chinese government and that some of your phone secrets from Huawei could be going directly to China. So you might already have a robot to vacuum your floors or mow your lawn, but just think how useful they could be for household chores that you really don't like to do, like cleaning toilets. Meet Goodell. It's a robot designed to scrub your toilet bowl, keep it squeaky clean. Among accessories like special toilet seats for Goodell to clip onto and other supplies, the robot also comes equipped with a much appreciated non-spin brush that should prevent splashes. It runs on a lithium-ion battery and it is designed to clean your bowl 3 times a week for 3 years. But ridding yourself of this chore is not cheap. These things sell for about $500, and I'm thinking of my robotic vacuum cleaner, which is usually stuck under a coffee table or a couch or something when I get home, and fishing that out of the toilet probably is not going to make a good end of the day, so I'm going to pass on that one. By the way, once you're done listening to our podcast, do us a favor and give us a good rating on wherever you listen to us to. That it really helps us out by getting more people to find us, and we thank you for that. Finally, for today's Commando Kicker, while you may think that a hummingbird isn't much of an opponent, they have been labeled as strong and aggressive by some researchers, but there is a certain species of hummingbird that's taken that to the next level. In developing weaponized beaks that are used for fighting instead of eating, their bills have evolved into straighter and even contain serrated teeth for dueling with rivals. No longer are their beaks geared toward drinking efficiently from flowers, but instead, they're made for conflict. These little thimble-sized creatures have actually been known to attack other animals like hawks and owls. But the biggest shift in their behavior is that instead of fighting for resources, they're fighting to exclude others from using their resources. So they are troublemakers, but they are pretty to look at. So there is that. For more fun and interesting facts, go to Commando.com and search for the Commando Kicker. And that's your tech news for today. If you want to win great prizes like the Commando 2-in-1 tablet and laptop, or even a Commando Bluetooth speaker, simply become a Commando ambassador. If you love getting the Commando free email newsletters, you can share it with your friends and family who will benefit from valuable tech and the digital life hacks. Invite them to get the free email alerts. And more people you invite, the more they sign up and the more prizes you win. Just go to Commando.com/ambassador to learn more.